नमस्कार, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है गाइज़ आपके अपने ही चैनल kfcs और स्पोर्ट्स बेट पर गाइज़। आज बात करेंगे हम 3 मैचेस की, जिसमें से पहला मैच जो कि इंडिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड डे 1 का रिव्यू लेके आया हूँ। साथ के साथ गाइज़ हम बात करेंगे इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया एज़ वेल एज़ श्रीलंका वर्सेस अफ़गानिस्तान के बारे में बातचीत करेंगे और आज का जो शो है वो भी सुपर ओवर है जिसमें हम 6 डिस्कशंस करेंगे और 6 डिस्कशन में आप कह सकते हैं जो पहली बॉल है मतलब 6 बॉल्स होती है 1 ओवर में, सुपर ओवर में, तो वैसे ही 6 टॉपिक्स है जिसपे मैं डिस्कस करूँगा। हमारा बॉल नंबर 1 है इंडिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड जिसका रिव्यू मैं कर रहा हूँ और इंडिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड डे 1 की बात करूँ तो भारतीय टीम आज बहुत ही बढ़िया स्थिति में है। तो थोड़ी-सी बात करते हैं कि भारतीय टीम ने किस तरह से टॉस जीता और टॉस जीत के किस तरह से कंडीशंस को यूटिलाइज़ किया और किस तरह से चीज़ें आगे बढ़ रही है, अभी बात करते हैं। तो रोहित शर्मा ने टॉस जीता, टॉस जीत के बल्लेबाज़ी का फैसला करते हैं और स्टार्टिंग में शुरुआत आप कह सकते हैं कि ठीक-ठाक शुरुआत होती है, ज़्यादा मुश्किलें नहीं होती है। अच्छी खासी शुरुआत देते हैं, लेकिन शुरुआत को कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पाते। 40 रन की साझेदारी होती है 17 ओवर में और जब तक रोहित शर्मा और जसवीं जायसवाल बल्लेबाजी कर रहे थे, तो वहाँ पर आप देख सकते थे कि जायसवाल थोड़ा तेज़ खेल रहे थे, रोहित शर्मा टाइम ले रहे थे आराम से और एक वक़्त पे ऐसा लग रहा था कि आज कुछ बड़ी इनिंग्स कर खेलने की सोच है, बड़ी इनिंग्स खेलेंगे। लेकिन वही इंडियन टीम की वही प्रॉब्लम जो कि दोबारा से सामने आई है, नए बॉलर्स को विकेट देना, ये इंडिया की फितरत रही है और भारतीय टीम लगातार अपने काम करते जा रही है। वही काम करते हैं हमेशा, नए बॉलर्स को आप हमेशा विकेट देके चले जाते हैं। रोहित शर्मा आए और बसीर को विकेट दे दिया जो कि डेब्यूटेंट थे। पिछले मैच में आपने हार्टली को विकेट दिया था। तो जिस तरह से रोहित शर्मा बल्लेबाज़ी कर रहे हैं समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मतलब थोड़ा समझ के परे है। इसके बारे में मैं ज़रूर बात करूँगा क्योंकि ये भी मेरी बॉल में इंक्लूडेड है। अ, आगे बढ़ते हैं, जैसे ही रोहित शर्मा आउट होते हैं उसके बाद शुभमन गिल आते हैं और शुभमन गिल आज थोड़ा बेटर दिखाई देते हैं। शुभमन गिल 34 रन बनाते हैं 46 गेंदों में। एक वक़्त पे लगता है कि शायद आज शुभमन गिल एक अच्छी पारी खेलेंगे, आलोचकों को जवाब देंगे, लेकिन जब इनिंग्स को बड़ा करने का समय आया, वो भी आउट हो जाते हैं। शुभमन गिल के आउट होने के बाद स्कोर होता है 2 विकेट पे 89 और फिर आते हैं श्रेयस अय्यर। श्रेयस अय्यर के साथ एक ज़बरदस्त साझेदारी होती है और श्रेयस अय्यर भी आप कह सकते हैं कि एक स्टार्ट मिलता है और श्रेयस अय्यर भी साथ छोड़ के चले जाते हैं। 27 रन बनाते श्रेयस अय्यर। उसके बाद फिर आते हैं आपके डेब्यूटेंट रजत पाटीदार। पाटीदार एक रिवर्स स्वीप शॉट मारते हैं, चारों तरफ चौके-छक्के चौके-छक्कों की बौछार होती है। यशस्वी जायसवाल एक तरफ टिके हुए हैं, लेकिन कोई साथ नहीं दे रहा है। पाटीदार भी आउट हो जाते हैं। पाटीदार जो आउट होते हैं, वो अनलकीली आप कह सकते हैं कि रियान अहमद को 40 ओवर के बाद बॉलिंग कराई जाती है और वो गेंद जो है, वो स्टंप पे टकरा जाती है, फिर रचित पाटीदार आउट हो जाते हैं। पाटीदार के आउट होने के बाद अक्षर पटेल, शिखर भरत एक आप कह सकते हैं इर्रेस्पॉन्सिबल तरीके से आउट होते हैं और यशस्वी जायसवाल एंड तक खड़े रहते हैं। सबसे अच्छी चीज़ आज देखने को मिली इंग्लैंड की तरफ से जिस तरह से उन्होंने आज ओवर्स कराए 93 ओवर्स का गेम हुआ जो कि बहुत रेयर होता है कि 90 ओवर ही पूरे नहीं होते या 93 ओवर्स का गेम हुआ। इंडिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड का ये जो मैच है इस जगह पे खड़ा है कि अश्विन अभी खेल रहे हैं और अश्विन के साथ यशस्वी जायसवाल नॉट आउट है 179 पे। मेरे साथ है कृष्णा, इनसे बात करते हैं। हेलो कृष्णा, कैसे हैं आप?
मस्त हूँ कुणाल भाई, आप कैसे हो?
ठीक हूँ। तो कृष्णा, आज का जिस तरह से बल्लेबाजी हुई है, मैं कह सकता हूँ कि इंडिया की टीम इंग्लैंड की टीम बेस्ट बॉल खेलती है और इंडिया की टीम जैस बॉल खेल रही है। क्योंकि जायसवाल जिस तरह से बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं, अगर ये तेज तर्रार रन्स नहीं बनाते 179 तो शायद हमारा स्कोर 336 नहीं होता। फ्लैट विकेट है, बिल्कुल भी कुछ भी मदद नहीं है, पूरी-पूरी बैटिंग सरफेस है। टॉस जीत लेते हैं रोहित शर्मा, लेकिन कोई भी बल्लेबाज बड़ी पारी नहीं खेल पाता है यशस्वी जायसवाल को छोड़ के। तो इस पे आप क्या कहना चाहोगे कृष्णा?
जी बिल्कुल। और वो रोहित शर्मा ने तो अपना विकेट गवा दिया। मतलब मोस्ट ऑफ द बैट्समैन ने अपना विकेट फेंक दिया। आप देखो तो अक्षर पटेल हो गए, भरत हो गए, वो सब ने अपना विकेट फेंक दिया। तो पता नहीं क्या हो गया इनको। मतलब मिडल ऑर्डर वैसे ही स्ट्रगल कर रहा है। आप जायसवाल के ऊपर डिपेंड हो रहे हो, वो हमेशा स्कोर करते जा रहा है आपके लिए। और बच गए कि जायसवाल ने बड़ी पारी खेली। अगर वो जल्दी आउट हो जाते 80 रन में, ऐसा तो 300 भी नहीं बनता इंडिया के। तो जायसवाल को तारीफ देना चाहिए, उन्होंने जो बड़ी पारी खेली करके। और राहुल द्रविड़ ने भी ये पहला बोला था कि हमारे बैट्समैन में से कोई एक बड़ी पारी खेलना चाहिए। वहाँ जायसवाल ने किया, लेकिन दूसरे बैट्समैन लोग ने नहीं किया। और रोहित शर्मा तो फेल हो गए। मुझे लगा रोहित शर्मा अच्छा खेलेंगे ये पिच पर, क्योंकि उनका रिकॉर्ड ये पिच में अच्छा है, लेकिन वो तो सिर्फ 14 रन ही बना पाए 40 बॉल खेलकर। वो बहुत स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं टेस्ट मैचेस में। और गिल ने अच्छी स्टार्ट दी थी, अटैक किया था, लेकिन उनको एंडरसन से अच्छी बॉल मिल गई और वो आउट हो गए। और श्रेयस अय्यर भी मतलब टिके रहे क्रीज तक, लेकिन फिर भी उनका ज्यादा कुछ हो नहीं पाया, ज्यादा स्कोर नहीं कर पाए वो। लेकिन फिर भी मुझे लगता है कुणाल भाई ये अच्छी स्कोर है। अगर इंडिया की बॉलिंग अच्छी गिरी विकेट लिए तो बच जाएंगे, नहीं तो अगर इंग्लैंड ने भी अच्छी बैटिंग की तो मतलब बोल सकते हैं कि 50-50 हो जाएगा ये फिर मैच, अगर इंग्लैंड ने भी अच्छी बैटिंग की तो। क्योंकि ये पिच में मुझे कुछ ज्यादातर दिखता नहीं है, ये पूरा फ्लैट विकेट है और बैटिंग के लिए बहुत अच्छा है। पहला दिन पे दोनों कैप्टन ने बोला था कि हमको बैटिंग करनी है, तो कह सकते हैं कि ये फ्लैट विकेट है। कुणाल भाई हैदराबाद से भी अच्छी बैटिंग ट्रैक है ये, क्योंकि आप देखो तो अ, ये पिच में ज्यादा टर्न वर्न कुछ है नहीं। ये मतलब रावलपिंडी से तो मतलब है थोड़ा टर्न, लेकिन खैर वो भी दोनों फ्लैट विकेट ही है, तो ये भी फ्लैट विकेट ही है। अभी देखना पड़ेगा कि ये डे 3 और डे 4 में कैसा टर्न करता है विकेट।
बिल्कुल, देखिए मैच जब आप शुरू हुआ था तो पिच रिपोर्ट के अकॉर्डिंग ये चीज़ें थी कि पहला जो गेम हो रहा है वो ब्लैक सॉइल पे हो रहा है। जैसे ही ये वियर टियर स्टार्ट होगा डे 3 में ये रेड सॉइल में गेम स्टार्ट होगा। जब रेड सॉइल होती है तो स्पिन होने लगता है। तो यहाँ पे थोड़ी बहुत मॉइस्चर थी ज़रूर फास्ट बॉलर्स के लिए, लेकिन इतनी भी ज़्यादा हेल्प नहीं थी। पूरी तरह से बैटिंग विकेट। तो कृष्णा, सबसे बड़ी बात मेरे को आप ये बताओ यार, रोहित शर्मा को कितने दिन हम टॉलरेट कर सकते हैं? बैक टू बैक लो स्कोर आ रहा है। 39 में इन्होंने अभी तक हाईएस्ट स्कोर मेरे को याद आता है जितना भी अभी फाइनल से अभी तक खेले हैं। एक भी सेंचुरी नहीं आई। ये सेंचुरी 1 साल पहले आई थी ऑस्ट्रेलिया वाले मैच में, जिसमें पहले मैच में ही आई थी उस सीरीज में भी। उसके बाद पूरे सीरीज में फ्लॉप रहे थे। यहाँ तो फ्लॉप शो जारी है 3 के 3। तो कृष्णा, क्या कहना चाहेंगे रोहित शर्मा के बारे में?
देखो कुणाल भाई, रोहित, सब लोग बोल रहे हैं रोहित शर्मा को रिटायरमेंट ले लेना चाहिए, लेकिन वो 1 साल तक खेलेंगे तो 1 साल हमको झेलना पड़ेगा उनको, तो कुछ बोल नहीं सकते। और वो वही बॉलर को आउट हुए जिसको वो बोल रहे थे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कि अगर मेरे पास कोई वीजा का ये रहता तो मैं शोएब बशीर को वीजा दे देता, और उनको ही तुम विकेट दे के आ जाते हो। और शोएब बशीर अपने इसमें लिखते हैं कि आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू टेक रोहित शर्मा विकेट, तो उनको भी पता है कितना बड़ा विकेट है, क्योंकि रोहित शर्मा मेन बैट्समैन, इंडिया के एक्सपीरियंस बैट्समैन ये लाइनअप पर। तो अ, रोहित शर्मा से लो स्कोर तो आ रही है कुणाल भाई। वो साउथ अफ्रीका में भी कुछ नहीं खेल पाए, मतलब बड़ी पारी, तो वो बहुत स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं अभी टेस्ट मैचेस में। आपने T20 में भी देखा था रोहित शर्मा स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे अफगानिस्तान के अगेंस्ट। एक मैच उन्होंने अच्छी सेंचुरी लगाई थी बेंगलुरु में, लेकिन दोनों मैचेस में वो स्ट्रगल कर रहे। तो वर्ल्ड कप के बाद पता नहीं क्या हो गया, वो टेस्ट मैचेस में बहुत स्ट्रगल कर रहे। वर्ल्ड कप में तो लग रहा था भाई रोहित शर्मा क्या फॉर्म में आ गया है, टेस्ट मैचेस में भी उनका फॉर्म सबको लग रहा था कि अच्छा होगा, लेकिन वो फेल हो रहे टेस्ट मैचेस में। मुझे लगता है ये उनका आखिरी
बिल्कुल।
साल है, तो झेलना पड़ेगा कुणाल भाई। हमारे पास बहुत सारे ओपनर्स है, रोहित शर्मा के जाने के बाद मयंक अग्रवाल हो गए, पृथ्वी शॉ हो गए, तो उनको चांस मिलेगा। तो 1 साल झेलना पड़ेगा बस कुणाल भाई, जब ये रिटायरमेंट ले लेते तब।
बिल्कुल। और यार देखो कृष्णा, मैं ये नहीं कहता कि आप T20 स्टाइल में खेलिए, लेकिन आप सिंगल्स तो ले ही सकते हैं। फ्लैट विकेट पे अगर आप सिंगल्स टॉलरेट नहीं कर पा रहे, सिंगल्स नहीं ले पा रहे, आप बताइए कितना ही एक्सपीरियंस है इंग्लैंड बॉलिंग में। अगर मैं बात करूं तो अगर मैं जेम्स एंडरसन को हटा दूं तो किसी के पास कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं। कोई 10 फर्स्ट क्लास मैच खेल के आ रहा है। बशीर ने तो 4-5 खेला है। एक्सपीरियंस ही नहीं है बॉलिंग में यार। आप बशीर को विकेट दे देते हो। हमारी टीम इंडिया को क्या प्रॉब्लम है? क्यों हमेशा न्यू बॉलर को आप विकेट दे देते हो? बॉल कोई बहुत ही ज्यादा अनप्लेबल डिलीवरी भी नहीं थी। राइट कृष्णा?
जी बिल्कुल, और वो लीव कर सकते थे वो बॉल को, नहीं तो छोड़ सकते थे वो बॉल को। अगर छोड़ देते तो शायद स्टंप पे लग जाता वो, लेकिन अनप्लेबल तो बॉल नहीं था वो। खैर रोहित शर्मा ने अपना विकेट फेंक दिया उनको, और सबको लगा कि जायसवाल खेल लेगा, तो जायसवाल के ऊपर सब डिपेंडेंट है अभी। कुणाल भाई, ये बैटिंग पूरा जायसवाल के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है। इफ जायसवाल गेट्स आउट अर्ली, सो इंडियन टीम इज स्ट्रगलिंग वेरी मच। यू सॉ इन द first test also, in second innings, when Jaiswal got out early, Indian team started to struggle. So when
Okay.
Jaiswal scores, then only India can put a good score on the board.
Yeah. Okay. Hello,
Hi,
Rahul.
Kunal.
How?
Kunal, you've broken up. I think your video has gone off a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you're back.
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah. Okay. Rahul, how was your birthday yesterday?
Yes, very good. I went out for dinner, so and I had a good day. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Rahul, now let's talk about match, of course, and yeah. Okay. Okay, so Rahul, when I talk about all the batsmen apart from Yashasvi Jaiswal, I am seeing so many issues with first of all Rohit Sharma wins. I want to do comment on Rohit Sharma also here. Abhinav is back. So finally, Abhinav is back. So Abhinav, tell me how you are a fan of Rohit Sharma, and Rohit Sharma is out of form and you are back after century. Last when Rohit Sharma makes a century, Andy Mike was back. Finally, Andy Mike is back after another failure. So Rahul, justify me means what was is that unplayable delivery for Rohit Sharma means you are not be able to face Basir type of bowler. Only four
It's
first class matches experience.
Yeah, it's absolutely shameful giving this Bashir 2 wickets. This Shoaib Bashir, well, as we know, he was in the news before the series with the visa issues and all that. And we had a chance to. Thank you, Abhinav. Thank you for your wishes. Yes. So
Yeah,
anyway, so we had a chance, and a lot of people were saying we are scared. He's Pakistani. We are scared of him and all that. We had a chance to show him his place. To be frank, we were doing the same with Tom Hartley at the start of the first Test match. We had a chance to. I mean, I don't mean to put Shoaib Bashir down, but this Shoaib Bashir, it's not. He didn't even earn his place in the England team. Let's be very honest. All politics or whatever aside, he didn't earn his place in the team. He doesn't even have good first class numbers in county cricket. Shoaib Bashir, he's played only some 10 matches or something and averages some 60 odd runs in county cricket. We have given this bowler 2 wickets. It is definitely pathetic. Although he has conceded 100 runs also in his 28 overs, no problem. He's taken 2 wickets. That is a big deal. And frankly speaking, the score right now, India's score at stumps, it reads 336 for six, but it doesn't feel like India had the stronghold on the day's play. Had 336 for six been with like many batsmen scoring half centuries, then we would have felt good about it. We would have felt good about 336 for six, but 336 for six is all because of Yashasvi Jaiswal scoring 179 not out. All other batsmen haven't even scored a half century. Yes, they have scored. There are some 20s and 30s in this scorecard, but this is Test match cricket. 20s and 30s is not good enough when you're a batsman at the Test level. You have to score at least contribute some half centuries, if not centuries. That's the kind of contribution you have to make. And 179 not out. Actually, this is the way what something we expected from Rohit Sharma. To be frank, from Rohit Sharma, we were discussing it yesterday. No, that Rohit Sharma should step up and he needs to score these hundreds or double hundreds. Yashasvi Jaiswal is the one playing that role, and Rohit Sharma really looked like he doesn't have any clue at all. The way he was batting yesterday, 14 off 41 balls, definitely the worst knock of the innings so far. All the other batsmen have played better. Rohit Sharma, being the captain, has played the worst knock of the inning. Captain and senior most player played the worst knock of the innings. So, absolute embarrassment from Rohit Sharma. Frankly, the others, Shubman Gill, he got a start, but again, his problem. showed his problems against James Anderson, we have to really consider whether Shubman Gill is a good bet for Test match cricket going forward. Because if Shubman Gill cannot even play James Anderson in Indian conditions, imagine what will happen facing James Anderson in England. Of course, maybe we may not have to face James Anderson on our next trip to England. That is another story. But still, you will face quality pace bowlers when you play in England, when you play in South Africa and Australia. If you can't even handle pace bowling, quality pace bowling in India, how are you going to handle quality pace bowling when you play in Sena? You're not inspiring any confidence at all. And then Shreyas Iyer again has been a failure. Yeah, it is a failure. You have to really consider it that way. Rajat Patidar, okay, I can excuse him. 32 of 72 on debut is a decent performance, good, decent start to his test match career. I will say that. And Akshar Patel, even that, okay, 27. But Shuman Gill and Shreyas Iyer, I think, and Rohit Sharma, these three really have to be criticized. They have been in the team for a very long time, and they are batsmen. These are proper batsmen, and they are not stepping up and contributing runs. This is so they really need to be questioned. Even Srikar Bharat, to be frank, although played, he was looking solid in the second test match in the second innings. But again, as a wicketkeeper, even though you're a wicketkeeper nowadays, that's not an excuse. In modern day test cricket, even wicketkeepers have to contribute runs to the team. So Srikar Bharat also has not been good enough. We need to find proper wicket keeper. We definitely will. Rishabh Pant, at this rate, with the way Srikar Bharat is performing, Rishabh Pant will walk back into the test team. I am telling you right now, he will just walk back into the test team. I don't think Srikar Bharat is going to have a very long career if he continues failing like this. And
Yeah, of course.
and now all our hopes are dependent on Yashasvi Jaiswal. I think I'm raising the standards a little too high for this youngster. But right now, if India wants to get ahead in this game, he will have to maybe score a 250 or a 300 uh, right now to get India to the big score, because the coming batsman, nobody else can contribute. Ashwin is there at the crease, but once you get Ashwin out, then you go into the tail. Like Kuldeep Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, Mukesh Kumar, these batsmen are not going to contribute too much. So Yashasvi Jaiswal has to do it all on his own. Somehow get India to 250, 450 tomorrow. Even in fact, against this English team, even 400, I'm going to say is. England is in the game. Even if we score 400 odd runs, England is in this game. They can play baseball. They can in one day. If England on this pitch, had England batted first on this pitch, right, they would have scored 400 runs in one day. To be frank, to be very frank, this pitch is not looking very. Doesn't have many demons in it. It's not a rank turner or anything that we lost 6 wickets on it, and we batted pretty passively, in my opinion. Even though we scored 336 on the day, we batted pretty passively for most of it. So it's not great for India. I will still say the game is in the balance, but we need to get to 450 tomorrow to bring the game into our advantage. Because anything less than that, England will feel like they're in the game.
Yeah, okay.
Even
Okay,
in
so this is
Red
the
also people said Kunal by that if England would have batted first, then England would have posted 400 plus because in this wicket is nothing much. And in Crickbuzz also people said that it is good toss for India to win because batting first in Vizag is very good advantage. We have seen in last two test matches here at so batting first team won the test matches. So toss here is crucial to win. I feel so.
okay.
In first two
Okay.
days, batting is good, but you're saying that Anderson is struggling, means Gill is struggling and Anderson. Yes, he struggled last time also. In the fifth test, he struggled. Anderson took him out in the second innings or first innings. Both innings, I thought Anderson took him out. So Anderson has better records against Sachin Tendulkar, Kohli, and Gill. He has taken all these three batsmen out very nicely. Means uh, all you can say Anderson owns them, means every time Anderson delivers, Anderson takes the wicket of them. So and that was actually a good delivery from Anderson, reverse swing from Anderson, because in this wicket you need reverse swing bowling, and Anderson can deliver that. So in these flat wickets, Anderson is very lethal, and he is a economical bowler. He only did 30 runs and one wicket in 17 overs. So that's a economical spell.
Okay. Okay, now let's talk about the captaincy of Rohit Sharma. Of course, when he was making a team playing 11, Rahul, if Mukesh Kumar is underutilized, okay, we are already one batting short. Kuldeep Yadav is your leg spinner, means yeah, China man, but he can't bat like what Washington Sundar has been done. So, what you will say now, Rahul, if Mukesh is underutilized now?
Mm, See, it is a shame now. Rohit Sharma, we don't know how much he will utilize Mukesh Kumar. We'll know that when India comes to bowl. First of all, I think for now we have to talk about the batting in this test match, because we have done only batting so far. And frankly speaking, actually, Rohit Sharma, if you look at the scorecard, is the only batsman to not hit a boundary in the first day's play. All other batsmen have hit at least one boundary. Rohit Sharma, after facing 41 balls, hasn't even hit one boundary. Even for Test match cricket, that's not good enough. And he scored 14 of those 41 balls. You can't even say at least he kept the strike moving. He even took singles, doubles. You can't give any excuse for this innings. Being a captain and the most senior player, you played the worst knock in your whole team. So that is simply not good. And frankly speaking, no other batsman showed too much intent except Yashasvi Jaiswal, you could say. If not for Jaiswal, we wouldn't be in 336 for 6. We might have even been all out, and England would have probably started batting already on day one. So Mm, if we are in this position, it's thanks to Yashasvi Jaiswal. Coming to James Anderson, you have to say, see, a lot of on social media, people troll saying he's Clouderson. He will only perform in England conditions if it's overcast. But all those jokes have been shut down, to be frank, by James Anderson, because Anderson is getting wickets when he plays in India also. So you can't. And he's gotten many wickets in when the conditions were not overcast as well. So you cannot simply say that he only bowls well in overcast conditions and say he's Clouderson, and he's done very well against India. It was surprising when he was not included in the first test, but now we know that's only due to workload management. Another thing I want to criticize is when you know Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer are not in form, you brought in Sarfraz Khan into the squad, but you didn't want to include him in the playing 11. Then why did you pick Sarfraz Khan in the squad if he cannot replace batsmen who are out of form? I know what the team management is going to say about this. Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer are some exceptional talents. We should just back their abilities. Don't look at the stats. And you even might have heard what the batting coach said after the first test match, saying we are not focused on the results, and England and Australia and South Africa should win a test match in India because we won test matches over there. So you can see there is not much seriousness going on when it comes to team management. They have forever Sarfraz Khan. I want to talk about that. Forever he has been, his selection in the Indian Test match team has been delayed. It's at least 2 or 3 years late, and now after being selected in the squad, they did not include him in the playing 11. So I would say that is a very big mistake. I'm not sure um, whether Shubman Gill or Shreyas Iyer in the second innings, when they come, can they make a contribution? I'm not sure. You haven't having given Sarfraz Khan a spot in the side, you might as well have backed him to come and perform in the playing 11. You might as well have given him a chance. Why not give him a chance when Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer are not in form? Your number three and number four batsmen. Last 2 or 3 years also, Pujara was not in form. Still, they didn't include Sarfraz Khan. Rahane was not in form. Virat Kohli was not in form. But still, you didn't include Sarfraz Khan. At least in place of Pujara or Rahane, you could have given Sarfraz Khan a chance. We know they're not going to drop Virat Kohli because because of his superstar status. Virat Kohli will not get dropped from the team, that we know. But you could have replaced Pujara, Rahane back then. Now they're not replacing Shubman Gill or Shreya Iyer, and they're leaving Sarfraz Khan out of the squad in spite of having him in the squad this time around. At least in previous instances, they didn't even include him in the squad. This time he's in the squad and he's not in the playing 11. So, absolute waste of a selection. You've made a mockery of that selection.
Okay, yeah, Andy Mike is saying that there is so much weight on Surface, so he has to lose the weight to for selection.
Come on, you
See,
can't.
see, see,
He's scoring
Abhinav,
runs.
see, in West
Okay,
Indies, Rakim Khalvan, right? He also had weight, but still he played for West Indies in some
you
matches.
can't.
And
You see, you're talking about weight, no? Then you, by that logic, even Rohit Sharma or Rishabh Pant cannot play for India because they are not some six pack. They don't have six packs or anything to be playing for the Indian team. So that cannot be a criteria. Yeah, fitness is necessary. I agree, but you can't have some unreal conditions like only players who have got six packs or nice abs can play for India. You can't have such conditions. You have to be reasonable. If a player is contributing with runs and they're making big scores, they are proving them their quality as a player. You should ignore how they look physically. To be frank, if Sarfraz Khan has put on so much weight, why you've included him in the squad? Then I want to know.
So, Andy Mike, whatever comment you are doing, he is very fat. He can be brushed in the ground. Come on, Sarfraz is not that type of guy. Yeah. Come on, his father will slap you if you are in online. If you say like this.
but Kunal,
Forget
this
about
Tom Hartley bowler is such a means,
and
he's such a
another
this
thing
thing
is,
means,
look,
he,
I will also say this: just because somebody has small stomach, even I have had stomach before. Okay, having stomach doesn't mean somebody is unfit. That doesn't prove anything. Rohit Sharma, he doesn't. Also has a big tummy, but he's passed the yo-yo test very well, right? He got higher score in yo-yo test than even Virat Kohli. To all our surprise, Rohit Sharma is very fit. So um, there is no problem with Rohit Sharma's fitness. There is no such thing that if you have a small tummy, you're unfit. That's not how it is. Well, don't make, please don't make such comments. To be
Yeah, okay.
to be very frank. But anyway, I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
players
know
have
you
their
will
diets.
compare
That's
with
another
Azam
thing.
Khan.
stop talking about tummies. This is such a comedy show going on.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Is now saying Azam Khan player that was playing ILT20.
Mm, I want to. I mean, sorry, I'm going too much on this, but cricket is not a high fitness sport like that compared to other sports. In cricket, you can have a tummy and still be a good cricket player. Maybe in tennis or track and field, you shouldn't have a tummy. I will agree, but for sport like cricket, it doesn't matter. Physical appearance doesn't matter. You have to contribute with bat, ball, and if you're good enough to run in the field, you're not dropping catches, you're saving runs for your team. That is good enough. Mm, if you're able to endure the what to say, the passages of play, and you're able to last, you're not running out of breath or anything, or out of stamina, you're good enough to play cricket.
Okay, okay, guys. Now let's come to ball number two. This is ball number one. So in Super Over Show, there is ball number two, and we will talk about one and only Jaiswal approach. Okay, so whenever we talk about a Jaiswal approach, means Rahul. Now we can say that England plays the best ball and India plays Jazz ball. The way Jaiswal is improving himself after second innings. If I compare his innings, I will compare it with the legend Virender Sehwag. Means Virender Sehwag has such type of quality. He is making maximum number of runs, even more than 100 runs in a single day. So let me tell you some record also that he has been a name with him. Okay, so Virender Sehwag, if I talk about him, Virender Sehwag 228 in Multan versus Pakistan on day one. Virender Sehwag 195 versus Australia in Melbourne 2003. 195 he made in day one. 180 runs for Sehwag versus West Indies in Gross Islet, that is on West Indies. And Yashasvi Jaiswal 179, 190 Shikhar Dhawan versus Sri Lanka in Gale, and Wasim Jafar 192. So when the name when a small player who is just coming means you can say Rahul, it is all about 7 8 months and your name has been added with legends, then you can say this is one of the greatest inning of Jaiswal.
Yeah, it is. It is a pretty high quality innings. Of course, you want to. Uh, Now the important thing is this knock should contribute to the team winning. We have to win this match and level the series. So Jaiswal has to carry on. Virender Sehwag in that Multan Test match went on to score 309
Yeah,
runs. He went on to score a triple century, and I forgot how much he scored against Australia and Melbourne. Finally, I know Wasim Jafar made a double hundred against Pakistan in 2007.
yeah.
I remember that match. Shikhar Dhawan, I think, also scored a double hundred in the one in Gaul in 2017. And 180 again by Sehwag in Gross Iceland. I don't exactly remember that much, but anyway, the point is very clear. Is that Jaiswal has to go on, and I want him to score a triple century, and get India past 450, if possible, even get to 500. It's a bit of an unreasonable task, I understand, but maybe in terms of like timeline wise, I think India has to bat until lunch tomorrow. We should not get all out before lunch. We should try to get all out only after lunch. We should bat past lunch. Once we get to lunch, score will probably be, maybe around, you can expect it to be above 400, maybe 420, 430. That will be the score. And then after lunch you can start attacking, get the score close to 500, and you can put England under pressure when they come to bat. I think that should be the goal for India tomorrow. Yashasvi Jaiswal should try to aim. I will not say triple hundred. I will say even get to 250. Score at 250. India will definitely get a big score if Jaiswal does that. Then, and
Okay.
hopefully the tail enders will stay at the crease. They will not give their wickets very quickly.
Even Ashwin can be with him. I know, means Ashwin has the ability to make 50. Okay, Krishna, can you give the answer to this comment? He's saying Jaiswal is also flat track bully. I don't feel any shame to say this. So, can you say something about this, Krishna?
He failed in South Africa. Means he started well in South Africa, but he couldn't score 50 in South Africa. That's why I feel he's seeing flat track bully. But if you see, Jaiswal didn't play any overseas test matches apart from this South Africa series, so can't tell him that
West
he's a flat
Indies,
track.
West Indies,
Kunal,
England.
let me say.
See, he played Krishna. He
Yeah,
played overseas in West Indies, but South Africa is a tougher overseas
Yeah,
assignment.
West
Now
Indies. If
only,
you see,
actually,
West
now
Indies
only.
didn't means they didn't select that Shama Joseph who impressed me in that Australia series. So I think West Indies bowling was lacking in that series, and real test for Jaiswal will come in that BGT in Australia in the bounces wicket against Stark, Cummins, and Hazelwood. I feel that will be his real test. This is home series, so and he performed well in the first test also. So I don't
Yes, but
mind him scoring
see,
runs.
first
So
of
his
all,
real test will come in Australia series in BGT.
yes, of
That
course,
time we
but
will
look,
designate that is a flat track bully or is a good player in Test cricket.
see, first of all, I want to weigh in on this. First of all, Jaiswal is new to test match cricket. So first of all, at least he should perform on flat pitches first. Let him perform at home first. This is actually only the second his second test match playing in India, after the first test match, of course. So you should not discourage a player like that, Abhinav. Saying flat track bully and whatnot. His test career is not even 1 year old. He made his test debut only last
August.
July. So he's been a test match player only for for what to say, half a year. So first of all, you
Yeah.
have to give it some time. And now he's performing in India. That is a very good sign. So that means we can start trusting him for away series also. So first
I
of all, the
feel
players have to
Rahul Iyer bhai, I feel he's
form out.
getting angry that uh, I feel he's getting angry that Rohit Sharma couldn't score like Jaiswal. That's why
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
getting
absolutely.
jealous on Jaiswal.
Yeah,
I you've put it well, Krishna. You, I was actually going to say something similar to that. In this same flat track, home track, all other batsmen couldn't even score 50 runs. At least Jaiswal scored 179 not out, and gave India a decent score at the end of the day. Something with which we can fight in this match. So uh, you cannot troll someone for being a flat track. See, if Jaiswal goes to Australia at the end of this year and he fails consistently in the series, then I'm all game for it, for saying that Jaiswal is not performing in overseas conditions. But you have to give him some time. You have to trust him a little bit. Never judge a player um, before they have actually played in all the overseas conditions. I will say the only real overseas conditions he's played in is South Africa. He's never played in Australia, never played in England or New Zealand. So you have to take that into consideration.
yeah, of course. Yeah, correct. Okay, so this is all about Team India. So let's come to prediction. Krishna, your prediction tomorrow, how much India is going to score, and do you think that Jaiswal is going to complete 200?
Kunal bhai, that I don't want to jinx or something, but let's see in the first hour how much Jaiswal scores, because we already saw Pope when he was in 196, he got out playing a reverse sweep. So uh, I feel Jaiswal can complete his 200, but I feel India will score something below 150. I feel, but for that Ashwin has to support Jaiswal. If Ashwin gets out early, then England will target tailenders and they will all out them, means they will all out India quickly. So Jaiswal has to supported by Ashwin. That's only want to say. But I feel Jaiswal will complete his 200.
Okay, how much score you are thinking that India is going to make? Around means I'm not saying exact, but around how much?
I feel 430, 32, 432.
432. Okay, Rahul, your prediction.
Well, I think I'm going to say it straight away. That I think SSV Jaiswal will make a double century. He's just 21 runs away. So I'm going to say straight away, he's going to make his double century unless he does any something stupid. He will make his double century. I'm very confident about that. As far as India's score is concerned, I might go a little bit lower, but I think I will say maybe close to 400, maybe 390 to 400, somewhere in that range is what India's final score will be. Because I'm not sure if Ashwin will carry on to make a big score tomorrow. Not, I mean, although Ashwin can bat, I agree, but and I want him to score a half century, but I'm not sure he will. And once Ashwin gets out, then the tail is exposed, and I don't think our tail enders will contribute too much, even if Jaiswal is to make the double complete his double century. So it'll be 390 or 400. I will go with 400, maybe the upper limit.
Okay. Okay, now next ball is that is Indian batsman approach. So this is ball number three. It is quite tricky, Rahul. So Rahul, question from you means
But I
there is
am
a
very happy, Kunal, by that. I have seen two players scoring. Means they are true warriors for their country. Means if you seen first test, Oli Pope was a true warrior. If you seen second test, Jaiswal is a true warrior. So we have got two best knocks in this series so far. I'm very happy
okay.
to see that.
Okay, Rahul, now this is a flat track, and we have seen that in a batsman mind, apart from SSP Jaiswal, all are means struggling on their own mind. Means they are thinking that there will be a spin, there will be a lot of spin. They are just doing defense, and making runs. But overall, how Yashasvi Jaiswal is playing, that was really excellent. Means you can say he's hitting the ball, he's taking time, and everything is doing. And all the three sessions we have survived, and that make a good score. So Rahul, what is in the mind of Indian batsmen? Why their approach is so, means you can say like a ancient type of approach? That ancient times they played Test cricket like this.
I guess they're not getting used to basketball. Maybe, I mean, it'll take time to change the mentality of the team, and change the approach. And I will also say it's because, I mean, I normally don't do this, but I'll say it's because of the press and the media coverage, the pressure of expectation. You see with England team, when they started off this basketball under Ben Stokes, right? Ben Stokes didn't change the players in order to implement baseball. He didn't make too many changes to the same England team that was losing badly. That same England team that was losing badly, he kept those same players and made them change their methods. So he did a process of fixing instead of replacing. That's what Ben Stokes did, and they can do it because their media doesn't put pressure on them. They will not, what to say, go hard on their players, even if it fails at least once. They will not criticize. In India, what will happen if we lose, even have even one bad game trying to play this basketball? People immediately say we are being careless. This approach is stupid, and they will get negative media coverage immediately. So that's why batsmen are not having the courage to play this basketball approach. Rohit Sharma was an exception during the 50 over World Cup. He showed that approach, the selfless approach that we called it. And but that is an exception. He's not doing it in this test match. That's the only time where I really saw Rohit really walking the walk, to be frank, as a captain. He said he had he wanted a batting with intent approach, and he's been talking about this since the beginning of his captaincy for India. For last 1.5 years he's been talking about it, but only in the last year's ODI World Cup did Rohit Sharma really walk the walk with his approach. And now he's not doing that anymore. He was there. You could say there was a different Rohit Sharma during that ODI World Cup and a different one outside of it. And when the captain himself is not having the confidence to do it, you can't expect other batsmen to also follow the approach. Of course, I'm not blaming only Rohit for this. All the other batsmen need to find the courage to implement this approach and not worry about the criticism. So I think batsmen are in two minds when it comes to what approach to play with. And another thing is, maybe you could say it's the lack of these kind of pitches in recent times, because in recent times we've got accustomed to only playing on rank turners. So they don't know how much it is going to spin. They're expecting a lot of spin, but it's not spinning that much. That's another thing. Another thing is, I think when it comes to playing spin, I want to say it's no secret. In fact, even under Virat Kohli's captaincy, which I praised a lot, we weren't playing spin very well under even Virat Kohli's captaincy. In fact, since ever since people think Indians are good players of spin only because they have going by the reputation of the Rahul Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar, VVS Lakshman, etc., etc. That era, those era batsmen were good at playing against spin. This era is not very good against spin. You can talk about the pitch and all that, but the reality is they're not as good as spin. And this is also the fault of our Ranji Trophy system, because in preparing for overseas conditions, we're preparing a lot of pace bowling friendly conditions, but and then we have abandoned preparing spin friendly wickets. So we've gone to the other extreme. We're not preparing enough spin friendly wickets at the Ranji Trophy level. Another criticism of Ranji Trophy is still this pathetic rule of getting 3 points for a first innings lead and only one if you concede the first innings lead. You can see what a lot of teams are doing. Once they get the first innings lead, they will know 3 points are confirmed. They'll play for a draw. Then you're not playing for results at the Ranji Trophy level. In the Ranji Trophy level itself, if you don't make teams play for results, that same mentality will carry on when they come into the Test arena. So it's very important that whatever vision you have for the national team, you have to implement that same vision at the domestic level also. You need to have that same vision at the domestic level also. Otherwise, players who come from the domestic uh, teams, they will not carry the same vision that the national team has. So that is very important.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so Nandan is saying that it was England day today, other than SSV Jaiswal, what they are doing. Yeah, another batsman is talking about what they are doing. Okay, so yeah, SSV Jaiswal has made a really great innings, and if we convert it into 200 plus, that will be very good. And I think this is a very big rise in the career of SSV Jaiswal also. Okay,
Yeah,
now the
yeah.
next ball. Yeah. Okay, so now the next ball is Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan, day one. Let's talk about that. So Rahul, before this, we have to talk about points table also. Means WTC points table because Sri Lanka is coming after losing against Pakistan. We all know it very well in
To
previous
be
years. They
frank,
are
Kunal, one correction: this series doesn't count in the World Test Championship because Afghanistan is not there in the World Test Championship.
okay, okay,
So uh,
okay.
India versus England counts, but this series doesn't count for World Test Championship points.
Okay, so Afghanistan team all out of 198 and well played innings from Rahmat Shah, 91 runs, what a knock. And I think Rahmat Shah was there who is making runs for the team. Otherwise, all are going out. Ibrahim Jadran, unfortunately, means Ibrahim Jadran is a good player of in ODI World Cup. We have seen him, but in Test cricket, she failed and got on second ball, gold, 0 runs. Noor Ali Jadran, 31. Shahidi 17. Apart from Rahmat Shah, no one was there for Afghanistan team, and at the end they make 198 runs. So Rahul, your comments on Rahmat Shah, the way he played.
Yeah, Rahmat Shah played a very good innings. Unfortunately, he couldn't get much support from the other batsmen. I think the next highest score after that was Noor Ali Zadran, who scored 31 of 46. He actually was got off to a decent start. He couldn't carry it on. Ikram Akil and K. Sama, the lower order batsmen, they scored 21 each, but again, not that good enough. Wickets kept on falling, and they lost all the wickets to both the Fernando bowlers as well as Prabhat Jaisurya. I mean, they were not even defeated by spin in this case. They lost more 7 of the 10 wickets against pace bowling. So that is a bit of a worry for Afghanistan. I mean, that too, Sri Lanka has more spin friendly conditions. So that's very disappointing, in my opinion. Other than that, not much to talk about for Afghanistan. A very forgettable day, except for Rehmat Shah's 91. Very forgettable day. Nobody really performed that well with the bat. And then with the ball, also, they've conceded 80 runs in 14 overs. I mean, Nishan Madushka and Dimut Karunarathne have really cut down the lead very quickly. A huge chunk of the lead, almost, what to say, almost half of it, you could say, or 40% of the lead already cut down. No wickets lost. Also, so Sri Lanka's day in the entirety. Maybe the first session was good for Afghanistan, where they got to 90 for two at lunch, but then after that, it's all been Sri Lanka.
Okay, Krishna, my question from you means with the way Sri Lanka started 84-0, Dimut Karnaratne 37 ball, 42 runs, and remember that now the captain is Dhananjay De Silva. So, Krishna, do you think that under the captaincy of Dhananjay De Silva, now Dimut Karnaratne is free and now he's out of pressure and now he will play a good knock?
Yeah, might be, but if you see Afghanistan bowling attack, they don't have Rashid Khan also in Test XI. They have not picked Naveen ul Haq also. Their bowling, and they don't have Fazal Haq Faruqi also in Test XI. So Afghanistan bowling is very poor, Kunal bhai. So I wasn't expected that. Um, means if you see, I was expected that Karunatra and openers will put a good performance against the inexperienced Afghanistan bowling lineup. If you see their bowling lineup, they don't have any experienced bowler also. Even Mohammad Nabi also retired from Test cricket, I feel. So they don't have good bowlers also. So I wouldn't surprised if Afghanistan don't pick a wicket tomorrow. If they pick, it is good for them. Otherwise, I feel Sri Lanka will run through the game and win by innings. I feel Sri Lanka because Kusal Mendes, Dhananjay De Silva, Chandimal, Matthews will all score big runs against this inexperienced bowling attack. So I feel it's a one-sided test match. I feel in the ODIs and T20s, I feel it will be a competitive series, but in this test match, it is one-sided. And Kanu Mitra, I feel he will go big. I feel he will go more than century. I feel.
Okay. Okay,
And
now let's come to
and if
the
you see he is not a captain. Also, see now he will score big runs because under when he was
yeah,
captain, he was
that
struggling
was the
to
question
score
from my side.
runs.
Okay, okay. Yeah, now let's come to the another ball, that is ball number five, Australia versus West Indies ODI. So Rahul, question from you means, yeah, we all know it very well that this is a year of T20s, but still Australian team are doing some experiment, and what a debut from Bartlett. The way Bartlett is bowling in Big Bash, he has continued in ODI also. The first match, man of the match. What a bowling performance. So what you will say about Bartlett?
Yeah, absolutely superb. He has a very bright future ahead of him. He's only 25 years old, so he can probably be looked at. I don't know how good he is in first class cricket in the Sheffield Shield. I'm not. I haven't. I'm not sure. Maybe I can check the stats and decide that. But anyway, he as a white ball bowler, he's done a very good job so far in the Big Bash League. He did very well for Australia in this match in the first ODI. In the power play itself, he got 3 wickets. Atana's out. He got Justin Greaves and dismissed Shea Hope, the captain and wicket keeper of the team. So very good job from him. A very good start to his international career, and hopefully, at least in white ball cricket, he can be a successor for the trio of Stark, Cummins, and Hazelwood. He can be one of the successors for them. I have a lot of confidence in him.
Okay, now Rahul means we have seen so many fast bowlers for Australia in the Big Bash also. So if I talk about Xavier Bartlett, Lance Morris means yeah, means you can say yeah, there is Jai Richardson also who can be a debut for Australia, but they have chosen two players, that is Lance Morris and Xavier Bartlett. Of course, Lance Morris was a bright, good fast bowler for Perth Scorchers. So let's see. But overall,
I
Rahul,
also
when
feel
we
Jason Behrendorff has a good future for Australia. He
Jason
can also.
Behrendorff have already they have debut. Actually,
Yeah,
Jason Behrendorff has played.
yeah, Behrendorff and Richardson are for Australia. I'm aware of that. I think they should get more chances to play
Yeah,
for Australia. They are very good bowlers, especially in Aussie conditions. They can be very good. Like down the line, Australia and New Zealand, they are hosting a T20 World Cup in 2028. And if you have Jai Richardson at that time, Australia can be really be contenders for the title. He can really be one of the key bowlers for Australia in that World Cup. I know it's still a long way away, 4 years, but still you have to plan for those things. You have to build up for that.
yeah, okay. Rahul, now let's talk about the approach of Smith, of course. Means if I talk about the team combination, they have Maxwell, Marcus Stoinis, but they need replacements also. So how they groom Green, the way the bowling of 2 wickets of Green and giving a batting at number three sacrifice his place, Smith. The way Smith has done the job for future. So what you will say about the captaincy of Smith, giving third number to Green, giving proper bowling also 2 wickets and winning runs from Green also.
Yeah, Smith has managed Green very well in this ODI match, and he also put in a very good performance for Australia with the bat as well. Steve Smith and Cameron Green put on an unbeaten partnership. Like I think 27 overs, they scored 149 runs without really breaking a sweat. Just playing sensible cricket, they managed to chase down the target in 38.3 overs and get Australia a very easy win. So a very commanding performance from Australia. They have not really done too much uh, wrong in this match. I think it's a near perfect match for uh, Australia. I know it's a different set of players compared to the team that lost at the Gabba, but still, uh, it is a very good response after the Gabba defeat. They started this series on the right note. This is actually the first ODI match they've played after becoming the world champions in the ODI format, and they've shown that they have a team going forward as well that can deliver for them. I know it's a little bit early, but they've shown that there is some talent beyond Cummins, Stark, and Hazelwood, and you can do a transition with them. So these matches are important to show like what the future will be for Australia, because these bowlers could might be the key bowlers for Australia in the 2027 ODI World Cup in South Africa. That's only 3 years away, and at that time, you may not have Cummins, Stark, Hayes playing for the team. They may not be there. So this is a very good start, and the build up
No,
for the
no, they
next
will
World
play
Cup.
all by.
Yeah. Okay, Krishna, question from you. What happens to Travis Head now? Means not a good performance in Test match. Now, not a good performance in first ODI also. Can we say the weakness
I
has
feel he
been?
should play against India. He loves playing against India, man. Whenever he comes against India, he always scores runs. And against West Indies, Pakistan is failing to score runs. I don't know why he's struggling to score runs against West Indies and Pakistan. Against Pakistan, also he went in duck. In one Test match, he went in duck against Pakistan. The Amir Jamal took his wicket. I don't remember who took, but he went in duck. So he's been struggling after the World Cup final heroics which happened in Ahmedabad. After that, he's struggling to score runs for Australia. That's why Australia has been struggling so much now. Means they are struggled in Test matches. They're getting all out against Pakistan and West Indies. But in this match, you have to give credit to Cameron Green and Steve Smith. Steve Smith played a captain's innings because in the Gabba Test match also he was the alone batter standing for Australia. And we all know that Steve Smith failed in the ODI World Cup in India. So I think this was a series to prove for him to gain his form back in the ODI format because if you see, they don't have now Warner also in ODI circuit, so they need an experienced batter like Steve Smith to perform for Australia. And Cameron Green means what a performance today he did. Means he single-handedly took the game away from West Indies. Means target was only 232. That was chaseable for Australia because if you see, Australia also didn't have experienced bowlers in their lineup. This was a new team, new bowling lineup for Australia, and still they restricted West Indies below 250. So this team is very strong in backups. They are very strong. So that's why they are world champions, Kunal Bhai. So Zev Bartley he performed well for Brisbane Heats, but in ODI circuit nobody expected him to perform this way when you have Zampa as a bowler.
Well, I am
So
expected. I expected.
no, but I thought
Yeah,
Zampa will take four wickets because Zampa is an experienced bowler for Australia in this lineup. So I thought Zampa will take the wickets, 4 wickets. But Zev Bartley proved everyone wrong and took 4 wickets for only just 17 runs, Kunal Bhai. So that's what the extraordinary performance from him. And this team is looking completely dangerous. I feel they will win 3-0. I feel.
Okay, Rahul, he's saying that he's not thinking about Javier Bartlett will play like this. But Rahul, can we say that whenever the leagues is organized, it makes the player a little bit experience? I think Bartlett is playing in a BBL since 2 3 years, so I think 2 3 years
yes,
experience is
absolutely,
okay.
and he has contributed to winning teams. Like he was part of the Brisbane Heat this year. Heat finally, Big Bash League. For those of you who don't know, last 5 or 6 years, either Perth Scorchers or Sydney Sixers have been winning. This year, Brisbane Heat, they broke that streak, and they defeated Sydney Sixers in the BBL in at the Sydney Cricket Ground. They defeated the Sixers in their backyard, to lift the trophy. And after so many years of either Scorchers or Sixers winning, finally Brisbane Heat has won. Anyway, that's another subject. But today he has done very well. He's proved his worth. Actually, the West Indies, they faced Lance Morris, and they faced off Lance Morris and Adam Zampa pretty well. Lance Morris gave 0 for 59 off 10 his 10 overs. Adam Zampa bowled all his 10 overs, gave 1 for 56 off 10. So nothing impressive. Those two performances, they handled those two bowlers very well, and but they could not handle Xavier Bartlett, Sean Abbott, and Cameron Green. Sean Abbott and Cameron Green each took 2 wickets, and then Xavier Bartlett took 4 wickets. That's really where West Indies lost the match. And as far as batting is concerned, we're all praising Smith and Green, obviously, but rightly so. But Josh Inglis also played a very good innings. Head lost his wicket very early in the innings. Very first over itself, he got out. But Inglis came and scored 65 or 43. He basically played like T20 cricket, and gave Australia a very good start. And from there, Steve Smith and Cameron Green, they didn't have to do anything. They just had to play sensibly, and they took it home. They didn't lose another wicket from there. So great innings by Josh Inglis as well.
Okay, now the last ball, that
Very
is
happy,
West
Kunal,
Indies.
by that Josh English batted up the order in ODI format. We all saw that in ODI World Cup, he batted down the order, but good that Australia promoted him in the top of the order and no Labuschagne, because Labuschagne is also struggling, Kunal, by though he performed well in that ODI World Cup final, but if you see in his World Cup 2023, he was struggling to score runs like Steve Smith. So nice they gave Josh English the chance to prove himself in the top of the order. And this, I feel this should be the lineup for Australia in the next two matches also. But I don't know the inclusion of Matt Short, but
Actually,
I don't. I
yeah,
feel he's just
Krishna.
in the. Yeah, yeah. Tell.
Yeah, Krishna, actually, you are telling that Labuschagne can be the opener. I think Labuschagne is the replacement of Smith. Actually, in future, when if you see the age, there is 6 years difference between Smith and Labuschagne. So most probably Smith will be out within 2-3 years, and Labuschagne is taking the place. Most probably number three. So as of now, I you can say that in a middle order, Labuschagne is great. English, he deserves to be in the place because English has done good as an opener. Apart from this season, in previous seasons, he was the perfect opener of Perth Scorchers. He was playing as an opening combination, and he's very attacking type of batsman that we have seen today. So yeah, now complete your words,
So I
Krishna.
feel Champions Trophy will be the last ODI year for Steve Smith. I feel he will retire before the
No, Kohli and
2027 World Cup.
Steve Smith both are 34 now. So
Yeah,
just
that's
imagine how
what I'm
much they
saying.
will play.
Champions Trophy
Virat
will be
Kohli is
last of
35
Smith and
years old.
Warner, I feel.
I think
35, yeah.
Steve Smith, to be frank, he will play one more ODI World Cup. He'll play one more ODI World Cup, in my opinion. He's only 34 years old, right? So he will,
He will be
for
35
three
on
years he will
June.
play.
On
30,
June, he will be
37,
35.
37 years old in 3 years from now. He will definitely play that. I have no doubt over that. The question is what how good his form is up till there, or if he has any fitness issues, he might that might make him drop ODI cricket and not play the ODI World Cup and maybe stick only to Test match cricket. It, he should stay out of T20 cricket, in my opinion. T20 isn't his cup of tea, to be honest. So he should stay out of that format. In my mind, there are better players who can represent Australian T20 cricket. They now have Tim David over there. Tim David and Glenn Maxwell. They can Marcus Stoinis. These players can really combine to be the middle order for Australia in T20 cricket and possibly ODIs too. But I think Steve Smith is done in T20 cricket, and he should focus on ODIs and Test matches.
And I
Okay.
feel Cummins will continue as captain in 2027 World Cup also, I feel. And even in Champions Trophy, I feel.
Okay.
He will definitely captain the Champions Trophy, Krishna, and probably 2027 ODI World Cup too. The question is whether Mitchell Stark and Josh Hazelwood will still be playing until 2027. That is a very a big doubt. Maybe Hazelwood will be there, but Mitchell Stark, I doubt. He's a very injury prone, and maybe after this T20 World Cup, Mitchell Stark might even stick to Test cricket. Maybe after Champions Trophy next year, Mitchell Stark will be playing only in Test match cricket in order to keep up his fitness. That's very possible.
Okay. Now let's talk about West Indies team batting approach. Rahul means if I talk about the KC Karti 88 runs, you have to highly rate this innings because if you see the total of 231 and 88 runs from KC Karti, 59 runs from Roston Chase, and both of them making a good partnership. Yeah, it was almost 110 runs partnership. What a partnership in Melbourne. Debut innings for KC Karti, Rahul, he has played 19 matches from 2022. But this was one of the special innings in Australia, and it is not easy to perform in Australia also. So, what you will say about KC Karti 88 innings?
Yeah, fantastic innings from KC Karti. West Indies got off to a very pathetic start on 37 for 3 in 10 overs. That was how they started, and he helped West Indies recover. Like later, it was 59 for 4. Then there was that century partnership with the Roston Chase, which took them to 169 for 4 in 36.3 overs. That at that point you thought West Indies could recover and get to a decent score, but that did not happen. Unfortunately, he should have been able to score a century, but unfortunately he got run out.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But overall, Rahul, we have to say that West Indies team is looking quite weak. We know it very well. But better performance can be done from this West Indies team.
Yes, West Indies can definitely do better, and we've already seen in the ODI series against England. Uh, we've
Yeah.
already seen in the ODI series against England that they've got some potential. In the West Indies won that series 2-1, so they are definitely heading in the right direction right now in international cricket. We saw in Test matches also. Now they've defeated Australia at the Gabba. Then in ODI cricket and T20 cricket, they defeated England in both the series. I think this upcoming T20 World Cup, they will be very big contenders for the title. And as far as ODI World Cup is concerned, actually, West Indies has it a little bit straightforward right now. They're not in the Champions Trophy for 2025. So they will have time to, practice for the ODI World Cup. They will come straight for the ODI World Cup. They now have to win enough series, climb up the rankings. They get into that top eight, then they will qualify for the ODI World Cup in 2027. I think that should be their goal, and they've already started very well in building towards that.
Yeah, of course. So let's see how things will goes on. And in parallel, Rahul, Australia women is also going to play a ODI matches with South Africa women. So ODI games is also there. T20 year is there. Let's see tomorrow how India will going to perform. Hope for the best and India make a good score. Of course, it's Jaiswal. It is all about Jaiswal. If he plays better, we will definitely going to do a post a good total tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, Rahul, and we will back
Wow.
tomorrow. We will talk about day two, how day two will goes on, and hope for the best for Team India.
Yes, absolutely. Let's hope for the best. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, okay. So guys, thank you very much. Subscribe KFCS and Sports Bit and tell me how you likes the Super Over show. I think viewers are going to always enjoy it and hope for the best and see you tomorrow. Till then, goodbye and good night.
Good night.